Hey, what up, though? How y'all feeling about this? Your man, your friend, and family member, Brain Lee here. It's 9:01. You saw the thumbnail, and damn it, you know why you here. You know why you here. We all know why you here. It's time for some intel on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, and it's for entertainment purposes only. So now we're into part two of the reunion, still at AKS Studios in California, Los Angeles, California, that is. So we pick right back up where Tisha is launching allegations against Keke and Armin about, cheating, this, that, and the third. So Keke then says that Keke and her husband both had cheating on both sides. And Maurice did say that, don't bring Armin and others into it and, repercussions aside, like that's not the move. And Maurice, I am proud of you for having 0.01% of intelligence. It's amazing that you could defend someone else, but yet you could not restrain yourself from saying that your wife lays their rolls over and takes it on a podcast and went across the World Wide Web. But I'm proud of you for having 0.01% of intelligence, though, for that. Keke then says, your teeth is too damn big to be that damn dumb. Dumb. And calls Tisha a trick. I'm like, oh my God. Not saying tricks are for kids and she is acting like a kid. Oh my. So Keke talks about the fact that, Keke paid for a date. That was an accusation thrown from Tisha about Keke. So Keke asked money beforehand. Later on that day, Keke saw him on a date and then went crazy. So people thought that the date was arranged. Martell thought, Melody thought, and they were like, oh, okay, that's what it was. Like, Tisha, you doing the most. And so Tisha got caught lying and have very few words to say, just like she always does. And when she speaks, there's nothing important that comes out her mouth anyway, so nothing new there. So, this is 18 years ago that situation happened. So 2 days before the barbecue, Tisha heard the conversation with the guy and Keke. Tisha said Keke never called her, and Keke said that she wanted to talk to Tisha face to face because the allegations you need to hear face to face. You just didn't need to hear through the phone where, there may be things misconstrued. And the paper that Tisha brings out is the whole conversation between Keke and Tisha. And then Carlos. Carlos then asked Melody and Kimmy, do you think that Tisha's in denial about what she's being told about Marsau from Keke? She doesn't want to listen. Kimmy holds her head down and Melody closes her eyes. Melody says, go Kimmy. Kimmy says, go Mel. A laugh from Martell. Melody says, go girl. Stormy's like, she scrunched up her face like, don't ask me with my face because I'll tell it. And Kimmy says, nah, Mel. And then Melody says, go. That exchange to me was so damn funny because what's understood doesn't need to be explained. Y'all both believe that she's in denial, okay? But y'all on TV, so you gotta give an answer, okay? And the silence in the room was deafening, including from Tisha. Okay, and Marsau. Like, this is y'all little bit of Keke, of being in Keke's story, and y'all couldn't say nothing? Like, wait a minute, Carlos, why are you asking that? I feel a way. So you had all that smoke for Stormy, but you couldn't have all that smoke for Carlos for asking, Kimmy and Melody that question? It was the ping pong match for me. It was the tennis match for me. It was the dodgeball match for me between Kimmy and Melody not wanting to answer the question or who's going to go first. Go Kimmy. Go Mel. No, you go. Girl, go. No, I can't. I don't want to. No, you do it. You do it, then I'll follow. It was so damn funny to me. Um, Kimmy says, no, she's over it. And, bring the pictures out, bring the girl out. It's been validated more because it's been so long. And then Melody, she's trying to collect herself because she knows what she wants to say. But Melody, being the Switzerland chocolate queen that she is, she says, and I quote, that it's a lot. It's been a lot. And when you're walking away from a marriage where someone has cheated on you and, you do have kids, you want something concrete, and Tisha hasn't got anything concrete. And then, Carlos, asked a question of, you're calling, Tisha dumb and stupid and a trick, and, that you got your teeth are too big to be that dumb. I'm paraphrasing that, but that's basically what he said. And that, why are you calling Tisha these things? And Keke said, knowing the person she is, why would I make up something just to ruin their marriage? And then Marsau said, to be relevant on TV and without things coming to her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Not her. I forgot Marsha was on the ladies panel. Y'all know that pilot episode of the Nightcap aired during part 1 of the reunion. That will be coming out on January 20th at 9/8 Central, immediately following part 3 Saturday night, only here, hashtag on Keeping It Real. Disclaimer, I'm joking. Hashtag I'm joking. But Marsau said that, Keke is trying to be relevant on TV without things coming to him, not her, that, she's not useful. And I'm just like, Marsau, it's really interesting that you said that she's not useful. But yet, are y'all useful on the show? Because don't you have allegedly a $5.7 million lawsuit that you're going through? And didn't you say on Instagram Live that you $1 million in debt, sir? Just asking questions. I mean, let's not forget, bruh, that you got upset with Tisha taking a pregnancy test. You thought she was cheating. Hey, your wife is throwing out accusations of Keke and Armin, but yet you got upset with your wife potentially cheating on you? Oh, how we soon forget our own receipts, Marsau. How we soon forget our own receipts. Marsau. So then the Crimestoppers, the Crimestoppers situation is talked about. So, the recap of Keke's season is shown, then the test is shown, and that everything was negative, and methadone was included in there, but, Keke has talked about methadone before, that it is a painkiller for her, so she uses that to not feel the pain. So then Carlos is surprising this reunion. Carlos talks about the drink being thrown at Tisha, and Carlos says, and I quote, when Melody threw a drink on Martell, we said, bitch, go ahead. I'm like, Carlos, are you giving Melody hashtag when God said go energy on a reunion? And Martell felt the way about it. And, Carlos was like, no shade, Martell. I'm like, no. You said what you said. Listen, as the reunion host, if you say something you can't back away from, you got to stand 10 toes down. But then again, you are a fire starter, as you said in part 1, per usual. Usual for you people who are Bugetto, usual for those of you who are regular schmegular. So, and Melody said that he deserved it. Melody! I cannot. By the way, Martell, I'm just going to let you know, that drink that Melody threw on you, that's the last time you're going to be splashed in any capacity from her, because she is splashing like a water park on new seats, okay? And you ain't one of them. Let's roll on. Okay, so Carlos did say, I say that with love. 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 I say that with so much love. Yeah. Oh my God. So, then Carlos, says to Keke, a lot of people from the cast and crew say your behavior has been a rag at times. Now, when he said this, why do I feel like this was like the conversation that he had with Destiny at the last reunion of that you're not showing your real life, fans want you off the show, and then Destiny was off the show. So it kind of reminded me of that, but that's kind of just where um he left it. And then Carlos says, it looks like at the barbecue that you were on a mission, and to Tisha's credit, she did not speak to you. And then Keke says, one of the things that Tisha knows about me is that when I'm ignored, I'm triggered. And then Marsau said, try to ignore her, babe. I'm like, you trying to trigger her in front of her damn face? Like, sir, you, to use Stormy's words, you a bitch. Mm, what did Stormy say on the last reunion, or on part one of the reunion rather, about 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 Marsau being called a bitch, that Marsau gaslights to get a reaction out of people. And you know let me because y'all, I'm looking at my notes. Stormy's definition of a bitch is one with a lot of sass and attitude with it, and that was a lot of sass and attitude with it. Marsau to say, just ignore her, babe. Stormy called you the right name. She calls you the absolute right name. So then Marsau and Tisha got asked from Carlos, when you saw what happened to Keke, did you think that she was back on drugs? And Marsau said yes. So Tisha then makes another accusation of, so last year you didn't tell me that you got drugs from a car, you bought drugs from him, and that he keeps his money in the mill, that you snatch a bunch of money and you pay him with his own money. And Keke's like, that's like so many years ago. And Marsau said it happened in 2021. And I'm just like, sir, if you knew it, you would have said the year immediately. The fact that you had to think about it, sir, you a bit delayed. And then pulls out $100 bill for a drug test. Now, are we just going to gloss over, stand down, stand by, and just step back of the fact that he had $100 bill conveniently ready to go to bet if Keke could pass a drug test, but he could have $100 for the espo? No one else saw that. It was just me. Okay, all right. So we're just gonna roll on, because I just thought that was too damn convenient. So Melody gets asked the question, did you think that Keke was on drugs from Carlos? Melody did not think Keke was on drugs. Maurice said that thought that Keke was looking for a moment rather, and used her cousin to do it. And guess what? We're talking about it. Maurice, I'll say this, right? Tisha is the personification of microaggressions and being toxic, and what's Tisha's words? And being a dark soul. So guess what? Now Tisha had that moment coming for a very long time. She wasn't looking for a moment, okay? She took the platform to be able to do what needs to be done. And even though that wasn't the move, guess what? What you do, for everything you do, there's an equal opposite reaction, okay? So just, let's go ahead and be real. I think that's Newton's third motion of law or something like that. But anyway, no, she wasn't looking for a moment, Maurice. You were looking for a moment to get some good down your throat, okay? And you were trying to get in from the back while your wife was just trying to keep her back up and not pass away from cancer. And you were about sex. So you were looking for your moment to have your sexual trollop serve you. And you didn't care about her being a whole human being. So you can set your actual social self up. I cannot. So Kimmy thought that Keke wasn't on drugs, but when she came around the corner, she was jittery and sweaty. She was super sweaty. And there was a moment, I think Uppity, by the way, shout out to Uppity, that beautiful black sister. Like, comment, share, subscribe to her. And I think a couple of others said, did y'all notice how aggressive Kimmy grabbed Keke? And I did not see that before, but I'm like, oh my God. So basically, you're trying to still defend Tisha and Marsau. And let me tell you something. Sometimes things just need to be handled, just like Chris Fletcher showed. Whoop that actual social self in Houston on camera. I don't care if cameras were broken. I don't care if lights were broken. Damn it, y'all on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Just call Oprah and she'll pay for new cameras and lights and equipment and everything. It's totally fine. It ain't that big of a damn deal. But it's just like, now sometimes people deserve to be handled disrespectfully. Okay? Just gonna be real about it. So then Carlos talks about the drug test that was given to Keke by Dr. Rogers, and Carlos said, "Well, if you're taking methadone, when and make it positive," and Tisha has a smirk on her face. Tisha, you do realize that you're on all his businesses, right, in the lawsuit, right? And if the charge is guilty, then guess who's going to have to pay that? You! Damn, you an idiot. And to use Keke's words, you got your teeth are too big to be that damn stupid. That's what your cousin said. Don't at me, at your cousin, okay? Listen. So the Crimestoppers title card is shown once again, that we've seen throughout the season, that no charges have been filed on Keke Jabbar. Marsau, then says that maybe he had someone else's pee. As Melody's trying to give context, Marsau said the test is lying, or someone else is lying. So when Maurice said that, I'm like, are you saying that Melody lied? Because last time we checked, you weren't in the scene, sir. So you can't say yes, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna need you to shut your ass up. You know what? As much as you talk about sex, can you talk about yourself and owning up to what the hell you done? Damn, because you the Scots can go. Both couples of the Scots can go. Okay, we don't want, we don't need them, and nobody asked for them. Okay, So Melody said that Keke didn't know she was taking a drug test that day and walked into the bathroom. It was the restroom. They were at a storage facility, but I got what Melody meant. Okay. Melody walked into the bathroom with Keke and producers. And Carlos is asking a lot of questioning to Keke about drugs. That, have you been sober throughout the season? Have you been sober at the barbecue? What drugs, have you ever taken any hard drugs? And Keke says the only thing that she's taken is Percocet, which everyone has taken. So I'm guessing she's talking about like ibuprofen, things of that degree, right? So, Marsau said that we've known Keke for 18 years and he's picked her off, and he has picked her up off the road so many times. Keke said that her husband took the keys from her, and that's why she called Marsau, and that she was walking. So this story has been said before, that I think it was a situation where Keke and Armin were going somewhere, and Keke, was driving, I think, and so, Armin, took the keys and all that stuff, and then was walking, I think, on a road, I think, and then called Marsau. So that story has been said before. I think it was said in Tea Talk with Your Girls interview, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Don't at me though if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm just trying to recollect this from my memory here. So Marsau said that he got called after everyone else got called, when her mama, her husband, and her friends did not want to pick her up. And, and Carlos asked Tisha that when she saw Crimestoppers, what did she think? And Tisha asked why. You know what I mean? Why would you still? And, and then Marsau said to to get the lock, to sell it for money, and then get that money and use it for drugs. And then Keke said, how could I steal a lock? Marsau said, get a gift card and then sell for more money. And then Keke says, he knows, not me. Why do I keep saying Cormy? Every time it comes to Stormy and Courtney, I always say Cormy because I think of Stormy and Courtney combined. But Stormy and Courtney laughed at that, and then Tisha said, all hustlers know. Does that include you too, Tisha? You didn't answer that though. And so, Keke offers, do you want me to take a drug test? And, Marsau said yes, and Keke said, I will. We don't know if in this part of the reunion that a drug test will happen, but I'll just say this. If there was a Maury-style paternity test on Bell Collective, y'all could take a drug test during the damn reunion. We're just going to leave that right there. So then Keke, never denied that was her. Although I thought that, in the season premiere of season 6B, that Keke did deny that was her. So I don't know if I'm recollecting that right, but I thought Keke said that she denied that it was her. But then Keke says that she denied the story that was attached to her, and then Carlos offers his support of sobriety. This was a very big segment a very big opening segment rather for part 2, and I feel that Keke handled herself very well. We can obviously see Tisha and Marsau are flailing to remain relevant, even though Marsau said Keke is trying to be relevant. I'm just like, listen, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, Keke gave more to the season than y'all did. I'm sorry. Actually, why am I saying sorry? I'm not sorry. Keke gave more to the season than Tisha and Marsau. I said it. And also Tisha, like, listen, I mean, like you said, so dumb, as your cousin has called you dumb. You said, if we don't have trust, we have nothing to your husband. So what we're going to do moving forward? Because you said that you want to be a stay-at-home mom, but then you want your office. So, Tisha, you've been flip-flopping a lot more than Keke. And by the way, y'all, Dr. Phil said this on one of his shows. Now, I know he's very controversial. For those of you who are Bougetto, but controversial for everybody else who's regular schmegular. But Dr. Phil has dropped some gems on his talk show. But one of the things he said was, it was called outrageous overshadowing. That's where someone else's behavior is so egregious, it negates the other person's behavior. So basically, Tisha is trying to say Keke is doing so much to undercut what Tisha and Marsau have been doing. But actually, Tisha, like your cousin said, your teeth are too big to be that dumb. Y'all have done more ish that actually negates Keke's stuff. Because at least Keke has owned up to it. We found out more about y'all ish on social media than Keke's ish. Now, Keke's ish did get found out, but at least Keke has been upfront about it more than you two. So y'all, listen, interesting opening, for part 2, more to come. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. One love, much love, all love. Bye, bye, everybody.